I'm glad that I made some of you laugh with video toxicology 101. 101. So now you can see, if you're one of those people who have these channels that are strictly, I would say, kind of material, because you talk about these material threats, you know, biochemical threats. There's all sorts of poison and toxins, you know, hurtful, materially or biochemically hurtful stuff to human body. That is actually what you're contributing to people who are a little bit insecure in life, who did not yet find themselves. You know, they might submit to your charisma and to those teachings of yours. And in fact, you know, I'll say for a lot of you, if the food, you know, that you eat, I'll focus now only on the food, okay? There's many other things, but if the food that you eat, because this is the most simple one, that's the most simple, natural, no one has to make food, you know, it's already made, you know what I mean? So you just have to take it and bring it home, and you know, I would say if it works for you and if you have good experiences with it, you know, try to share that, you know, because I have the feeling when you get all scientific and, you know, it's like you try to convince me, and not only me but people who watch you or who get onto your channel, maybe even by coincidence, though coincidences actually for me, I would say they don't exist, but you know, it's when people find you and you try to get to all these facts, it's kind of like you're competing with different Vedas. Why I say Vedas, it's like different fields of science, and but I think, you know, none of you actually truly understands this thing so good and into such detail. The whole science of Earth is so much ahead of all, even the things that you talk about. Maybe just not, you know, in the public eye, but they're behind the closed doors and laboratories. There's many discoveries, and it's from minute to minute they discover something new, some new influence, some new mutation, transmutation, something new, you know what I mean? And you get onto these channels of yours you have, and then sometimes people get a feeling, or like I would get a feeling, that you think you just know all these chemical processes, you know what I mean? And it's okay, it's nothing bad, you know what I mean? But if you try to convince someone into something, obviously it's not really working, you know? It's not maybe working, I'm not saying that it's not working at all, but maybe not in such a great way and in such details and in such a, I would say 100% of it so perfectly. Because you need so much to convince, and in fact, a lot of you say, okay, I'm critical, I'm judgmental. We've been through that. I already explained what is the big difference between being critical and judgmental. So I'm actually critical, but you're just as critical as myself, you know what I mean? Because under your positivity, you know, is hiding this interest to let people know that what they eat and what they do is somehow not okay for them. You know what I mean? So what is that if it's not what you call a judgment? I would call it a criticism. What is that if it's not that? You know what I mean? But it's under pretense, yeah, because I love people, because I care about them. Well, okay, I mean, but if you care about them and love them, then you gotta be critical, you know what I mean? And if you're not critical, then you shouldn't have a channel on YouTube. Because just by creating a channel, putting all this effort and energy into teaching people something, in your opinion, better, you see, something better means that something with what is currently happening and what people currently do is wrong, right? I mean, is it right or wrong? There's no right and wrong. So I'm just trying to say that because, you know, it's so much about these toxins. So let me say something about these toxins, okay? Because some of your videos I watch, and it's toxins, one video, and then you give a break, maybe 2 videos, and then it goes on from next 5 videos, toxins, and it's like I'm thinking, okay, I mean, people call me negative, but I mean, I'm listening to about 5 or altogether like 15 videos of some of you, or even more, that I'm listening to the word toxins. So if I really believe that I'm so jeopardized by all these toxins, I should become like the character in the Toxicology 101. I mean, I should be really concerned and scared for myself to even step outside, because there's always some toxin somewhere, you know? I mean, it's such a natural thing. What I would say about toxins is like this. Your being, which even, you see, it's very difficult, because I cannot explain inexplainable, because that's why when people ask me many questions, I say I don't have the answer to that, because there is no answer to that, especially not in human words, because they are so limited. So I would say about these toxins like this. There are certain principles in the universe that are just the way they are, you know what I mean? So they're explainable in a certain way, but there is many details behind those principles. Your being, believe it or not, is not dependent on the matter. Matter is dependent on your being. So in your being there is this system which can be utilized to transmute whatever comes through it. Now your body is kind of like a manifestation of a certain limited expression of that being of yours. So, and that being of yours controls the whole body, or actually it should control your whole body, which means should control all the biochemical processes that are taking place in your body, even the mechanical, the material ones, you know, because actually that's what is really happening. Everything that you eat, everything that you consume is being transmuted by your being. Now the problem is, one, why so many people get sick, why so many people are affected so greatly by toxins. In a perfect condition of your being, you are able to transmute anything that is not what you are. What you are, I never wanted to tell you that. I wanted to leave that to you to realize, because I'm not here to convince you into anything. I'm here just to offer some tools how you can use them, and then what you realize, you will see. You know what I mean? People get sick and it affects them materially, physically, biochemically, because in order for you to transmute the elements and control the elements, your being needs to be in a perfect condition. What that means? It has to utilize all its awareness, because the awareness is the power, when you truly realize who you are, to put you above anything. Even if you eat meat, if you eat fries, if you eat burgers, you should be able to get this through. They should be transmuted by the awareness within you, just like PAM, and it's gone, it's burnt, you know what I mean? And it gets back, because everything is from the same source, so nothing can really kill you, you know what I mean? Nothing can really hurt you. But nowadays there's so many but and not my but. So there's so many people who get sick. Why? Because nowadays you don't live in perfect conditions. You live under so much stress, you know? You live under so many things that you use your energy for, and your awareness. And your awareness is focused on certain fields that are completely distractive, that are not helping you anyhow. And when you focus on those fields, you use all the awareness for that, and then you lack it when you're supposed to use it for the transmutations. And so you don't have enough energy, of course. You eat steak, and steak